Ready to get back into our hello everybody. We're getting ready to get back into the series that we're working on. Hope you guys are well on this Friday night. But if you are missing the live, hey, the replay is here for you too. So we're not going to discriminate. I am getting ready to get into this the rest of the this particular portion of the series. And remember, I mentioned to you that we'll be for the next few days. We're going to be talking about a lot of things planning to profit in your business. And this is what if you're having a new business, or if you have a business that's already exists. We're going to talk about some things tonight. Okay. Alrighty, got the glasses on tonight, so we're gonna go ahead and get started in a few minutes. And as soon as I get, let me find where I put my notes. I wrote my notes down, so I'm gonna go ahead and definitely get started. The topic is how to target the client, target the client that would do business with you immediately, meaning the minute that they know you exist, the minute that you target the right people. Because remember, we talked about it before in this series, planning to profit. When you're starting a business, I understand everybody, you're starting a business, and you're starting a business, and you don't really know who's going to be, you don't know the forecast, you don't know how many sales you're going to do, you don't know who you're going to be serving, you just don't know how you're going to be doing at the moment. But at the moment you start, or at the moment you kind of promoting something in your business. But I will assure you, this will help you get there. And remember, a few videos back I mentioned to you that you have you have tools to help you, right? Don't forget to get the free toolkit from me if you want that. But you have tools to help you get there. And those tools are those most of the tools, some of them are like, for is Google Alerts, Google Trends, and you have different forums that you can get on. You can get on YouTube. All of those is almost Google. I did a video about, all the things that you can. I took it down already though. So if you want it, you have to, it'll be in the series. But anyway, I did a video about all the tools that Google have to help you with your business, to grow your business, or to make, it, and they are free. I mean, you can get, you can advance yourself and start working with, getting some things from Google. You can advance yourself, but and what I mean, you can advance yourself. There are some paid things that Google has that you can use too. But starting off, you got all of this free, all of this stuff that you just have to sit down and you have to take and get your avatar together. Get that thing now, that person that's going to be your target audience, or the person that you're going to have to target, so where you can make sure that you are reaching the right person and talking to the person that you need to be talking to for its business is concerned, right? Okay. All righty. Now let's see here. Where are my notes? So but I can go ahead and get started on a couple of things that I do want to share with you about, learning and knowing that person who you're going to profile. That's the first thing you need to do. You need to how to target your clients that you can do that will do business with you immediately. You have to know what's your client profile, and what do you mean by your client profile? I mean, this is your avatar. This is the person that the avatar is the person that's going to be down with you like four flat tires. They're going to buy from you. They are going to buy from you possibly over and over and over again. And you're going to extend that buying relationship, not just only one transaction, but multiple transactions. So this is what we're going to kind of go over and elaborate on tonight a little bit more. So where you'll be ready and prepared. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and continue on. And if anybody have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, ask me. So your first thing we're going to talk about is your client profile. Now, your client profile is going to consist of, it's going to, first of all, your client profile is going to consist of the person, the actual person that is it's the right fit for you. What are their age, what are their gender, what do they need from you, how much, what are their pain points, what are their problems. You can find that out when you are waiting. I mean, when you are interacting with those people, and you can find them out in many ways. You can search and make sure that you know where they are, what are they doing, what are they, if they're on where they are on the social media platform, so you can see exactly what they're doing. And there have people comment all the time. I mean, I know everybody, maybe some people are watching certain things and they're not saying anything, but even Google has tools. Google has Google Analytics has a tool that's a little bit advanced, but I do want to say this: Google has a tool. Google Analytics has a tool that, if you have your website up, for instance, your website will be, you know, it will hold the data, and the data to see where the person went on your website and things like that, and where did they go to kind of scope you out or to see what you had to offer, and then you can go back and retarget them. Because if they're searching you and searching what you have to offer, once they know you're here, or you there for them business wise, then nine times out of 10, you'll know what they're interested in just by looking at your data from Google Analytics. That's what I'm talking about. And then all the other things too. For instance, like with YouTube. YouTube has, you know, you can tell by the views of a video that people are interested in, and even in the comment section, they tell you what they ask questions, they tell you what they want, they make comments. So this is what I'm talking about, when knowing what your customer, what they're looking for, what they need, because they are speaking it out verbally, they're speaking it out loud. And that's just a compliment. That's a way to find out, and you don't have to worry about doing a whole lot of researching. That's what I'm talking about. Now, and like I said, we talk, like you talk about the psychographic. There's a few areas that we need to know about a potential customer, and I'm not going to talk foreign to you, but I'm gonna give you the marketing word, the definition, and then I give you it in layman terms, so where you can understand. Okay, your sociographic. Sociographic is identifying that connect, identifying your client or your customer, and that particular client or customer is, what are they associated with, what groups are they associated. This is what organizations, or either, also, what industry are they in whatever whatever you're selling, or whatever product or service that you have. How would that be associated with association or anything like that. Is it attached to an association of whatever the service or whatever you're selling? You understand what I'm saying? I hope I'm making sense to you. Let's say, for instance, let me give you an example. Like, for instance, the hair care industry. If I want to see about, if I want to see, let's say I want to market to the professionals in the industry. Well, I would check out the association that they're involved in, because that has a wealth of information that talks strictly about them. And then they have all kind of data for you. You just got to look and research and read it, right? So that would be one thing in the sociographic area, to know how to get your clients, and how to, because you're going to be where they are. When you're running ads, you're going to run ads to those specific, because you got to run ads. Let's establish this before we go any further. You have to run ads, and you have to market to your clients. You use hashtags or whatever the case may be to get your clients to connect with you. Okay. You have to do that. Have to. Okay, let's say now your psychographic. Your psychographic is that, what what's going on with them mentally. I would say, it's psychographic. It's like, you're focusing on the consumer, and what do they value, what is important to them, how what kind of like, what do they like. Let's say, what kind of brand do they have, for as their are there people that give to give to causes? Are they risk takers? What do they like to do? For is just what's going on with them in their world, from a psychological standpoint. And then also the geographic area, the geographic location of your person, of your avatar. What's their age? What city, what neighborhood, how, a little bit about, and then dissect the neighborhood, dissect the city, know more about the city that they live in, that your avatar live in, the climate, the population. I mean, there are so many things that you can learn about your customers if you narrow it all down. And then you have the demographics, the income level, the family size, um the occupation, the religion, what where do they go, what church they go in, and all these things I'm mentioning to you, you can always narrow them down. We're going to talk about that in the Plan to Profit course, okay? But right now we talking about how to do this stuff. And once we get in the course, if some of you are coming, once I go ahead and give you the date, but right now we're talking about some of these things, planning to profit, so where you can know how to just plan to profit. I'm not only talking about just writing a business plan and that's it. You wrote a business plan and you completed. No, we ain't talking about just doing that. We're talking about going a little bit further. Okay. And the last one we're going to talk about, and we're going to wrap it up, is the behavior. Is your potential customer, are they brand loyal? Are they, how do they use their credit cards on and offline, or how do they shop? You know, how do they, are they, are they, how do they shop? Are they someone that, they're frugal kind of person, frugal shopper? Whatever the behavior that they have when it comes down to them buying, you need to know that. And you can find out from different, economic indicators. They have all kind of consumer, reports. There's this different organization that has that information. And that's when you have to go and search and really, really get down and say, okay, this is my, get you a pen and a sheet of paper or something, and say, this is my, what is this sociographic definition, the of my avatar, what is the psychographic of my avatar, the geographic of my avatar, everything, the demographics and the behavior, all in one. You need to answer all of those questions, and then you narrow down the person that you have to target, that you are going to target from just that information that we just discussed. That's how you're going to target the person that is going to be your client and your customer profile. And once you do that, it makes it so much simpler and easy for you to just say, okay, I know who I need to be talking to. And then the language to speak to them, exactly how to talk to them, when to talk to them, when not to talk to them, where to look to see what's going on, so where you can stay in trenches with the trends that can constantly keep them as a customer to you. So here again, that's what we're gonna, and we're gonna wrap that up. And that's how you target the client that can do business with you immediately. But you gotta know exactly who they are. You gotta know exactly who they are. Okay. Alrighty. But that's all we're going to do tonight. And thanks for being here. I appreciate you. And this is called How to Target Your Client to Get Them to Do Business with You Immediately. Once they are introduced to you, and then you grow it too. So anyway, thanks for being here tonight, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. All right.